It's Week 13 of the NFL, and this one features the Ravens, reigning league MVP. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Ravens and the Bills on Sunday night.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
The Ravens offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And the focal point of the offense, as it's been all year, is this man at wide receiver. He had the golden hands a week ago. Double-digit catches. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive indeed, because when you put up those kind of numbers against an NFL defense, what's that old line that they like to use? He's like my favorite diner. Always open.
Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back seven's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back eight. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
They go play action here on first down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the...
And this is caught inside the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the... Out of bounds right there. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann? It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
That's caught at the 1. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for.
The Ravens ready to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's Young. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson now, off play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Young, and he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action, Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk, and there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
Yeah, tough, man, dude.
To throw is Jackson. Off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Here's Jackson on 1st and 10. And, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Complete to Likely. And bulldozing his way through. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Now it's Jackson. That to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're
and in for the Ravens touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, and Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has... They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
He finds his man, complete. It's Young. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get...
And now here come the Ravens. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Jackson now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but... And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man complete. It's Young. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple. Play action. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line.
First down, Baltimore.
They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Young. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Baltimore, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the
Hey, can we get that music turned up?
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Ravens, reigning league MVP. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Ravens and the Steelers under the lights on Sunday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap. The Ravens offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they...
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark. Too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Partner, are they going to cover him? Well, that's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and off it, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And
you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
At the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's been quite the game for him individually. And the Ravens taking the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last one.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw is Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Over the middle, complete. It's Young. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson, able to get away. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Throw left side complete. That's Young. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now Jackson on first down. And that one too wide and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Jackson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That is caught, and he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. With that, he has done what nobody else has done in the first century of NFL football. He has gone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 3 yards out.
And the Ravens are pouring it on. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The Ravens ready to take over.
Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Able to shake him off. Keeps himself upright.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Jackson now.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Young. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to have
touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now it's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he...
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really